Hello, welcome back. I wanted to dedicate this episode to exclusive physical therapy out of Lansing. Scott and his team have been great. They helped me get some more use out of my right hand because, with painting, golfing, bowling, and the other thing, I need to be able to use my right hand. So it's been awesome. Merry Christmas to you guys out there. Thank you again. I'm going to try to do a painting. This is all black canvas. As you can tell, it's shiny. And it's got a liquid clear, and it allows me to move paint on the canvas. So let's get started. So what we want to do first is put some paint on the canvas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my green, and I'm going to put this on the canvas. And you'll ask, why are you putting green on the canvas? Well, you'll see. Because when you do that, anything you put on there, like if you put white or yellow, it's going to... And I got my canvas. I forgot to show you my paints. I'm working with, let's see, Van Dyke Brown, Sage Green, Phthalo Blue, Orange, Cadmium Yellow, Alizarin Crimson, and then Black Onyx, and of course some white titanium paint. So I'm going to continue putting some green medium on there. I'm going to leave this part right here that's a little darker. I'm going to actually leave that because I'm going to put that to good use. And then I'm going to put blue, some phthalo blue in this section here. So I actually got some new Bob Ross brushes, actually. I got them for Christmas, and I'm super excited. I've had these brushes for a couple years. I just didn't know how to take care of them that well. So, trying to get all the green paint off my brush because I'm going to use phthalo blue. I'm going to put phthalo blue, which is right here. I'm going to actually put that. So, the goal is to make it's kind of it's a valley scene. So it's going to be, there's going to be sunlight coming through. So all of the green is going to be exposed, but this part is going to be hidden. So picture, it's going to be almost like a cliff, and then the trees are going to be in the background. So, all right. So there we go. Okay. So with that being said, let me go ahead. I should clean my brush, but again, I know a lot of the artists, they don't necessarily want to use paint thinner all the time. I know Bob Ross does it, and I should. I'm just trying to get all the excess paint off the brush. So extends the life of this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start putting so I'm going to take a little bit of yellow, a little bit of green, and I'm going to do more like a picture in the forest. So it doesn't look like much, but these are like your background trees. So the light's going to come from here, and this my focal point is going to be right here. So. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm going to get a fan brush because I want to do something. Let me see. Sometimes when I'm painting, I forget to commentary because I'm like trying to focus, but some people have written, you don't really like the commentary. So I'm like, okay. So we're going to make like an inlet. It'll make sense here in a minute. Okay. So you'll start seeing. So what we're going to do is we're going to get another fan brush and we're going to kind of make some trees. So we're going to put some trees. So as long as you have it look, I guess, like trees, you'll be okay. So we're just gonna. And you want to leave where you're doing the trees. I think maybe you're getting the glare. So I'm trying to. So where you're putting the trees. Sorry. I don't want there to be a glare, but it looks like there is. So let me see. There we go. Yeah, so now it's kind of in the dark. Hopefully you guys can see that. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep with our trees. So and then the light's going to come from here. So we're going to make some bigger trees. I want another. Looking for all my brushes. I have a whole host of brushes, and then so. So we want to make some background trees. So as the light's coming in, can you guys see that? Yeah, as the light's coming in, you'll see what I'm talking about. So, and you can also use, you can also use So now you can put some titanium white, but you want to go over it because you don't want it to be. What I'm trying to do is, even though it's the light source, it's where they're coming in at. Now we're gonna make the. Oh, we're gonna make the. So. So, as the light's coming through, and then you're gonna want to make reflections. So this whole, so we're putting trees. It's gonna be a little difficult, but we're gonna see if we can't do this. So these are trees, so the light's coming in this way. So as I'm going to create this, so I'm going to bring this all the way back. Yeah. So this is the river that's coming in. Okay, we're gonna make some more trees. This time they're gonna be a little bigger. I like doing this. It's just sometimes when you're looking at something, it's like, wow, that didn't turn out like I thought. But it's not a big deal, right? And so yeah, and so as you can see, as the light comes through, it's a little darker up here, which is fine, because that's kind of what you want. So you're just going to want to. And so when the painters paint, they're kind of like, okay, well, they can see that. They're like, well, they can envision that. So it may not look like much, but when you start putting it all together, then you're like, oh, that's what he was trying to do. Yep. And a lot of times I don't paint with looking at something specific. I paint kind of like on the fly. And sometimes I'm amazed by it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that's what I did. So I have a little tight little space that I work out of. And one day I'll give you a tour. This is like about an 8 by, where I'm at is like 8 by 10. My wife's, all of her storage was in here. I said, wait a minute, that would be great for, painting studio because I was out there, which is in the basement. I'm still in the basement, but now I'm trying to find out what I did with my. I guess I can use this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make like tree trunks. Okay, maybe that wasn't as prominent. Yeah, so what you want the appearance of tree trunks, you know what I mean? So as you can see, it's starting to be a forest, so you'll probably envision what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make bigger trees, but it's more going to be like a, I don't know, purple haze. But I'm not done with the trees over here. So here you're going to make some random bushes. All right, so, but what I'm going to do now is, the interesting is I'm going to do reflections. And reflections are pretty easy to do, but what you want to do is you want to get a little bit of, so you want to go. So as you can see, you see how the reflections are? It looks like it's reflecting off the water. So I'm gonna make it a little brighter so that you can definitely see, because you want to make it proportionate. So basically that's the water, right? That's reflecting these. And for now, what we're going to do is we're going to make some, they're more like darker trees. They're in the dark. So they're going to have more of a, because they're in the dark, you know, as you can see, so you can probably make those out, but I'm gonna. All right, so now we're gonna make some finite trees. I actually like doing this. I mean, it's, you know, kid-free. I get to come down and I kind of paint how I want. And you can never mess up. So if you, let's say, I made that too bright. Well, let's go. Yep, so. There you go. So as you can see, there's reflections here. Some like to make the reflections a little brighter, which is fine. I mean, I can certainly do that. I just didn't want to make it so bright like it was. Yep, so that's the reflections of the pond. So we're good there. All right. I'm gonna try, I wanna make these a little bit more vibrant, right? I want them to make them stand out a little bit. Maybe a little purple. Sorry, I didn't mean to be in your way. So basically, see how that purple's coming through? The more you tap, the more they'll blend in and disappear. I wanted you to see the difference of, yes, there's trees and light coming through, but then you want to make sure that so there's a cliff, but now what I'll start doing is making more defined trees on this side. So the light is coming through this way. So the valley is coming down. You can see the light reflecting off of those. So, and then you could just make a So basically what you want is you want the reflection to be. A lot of times it doesn't work out like you want, but there's kind of a, maybe to make it more defined. So now, again, this is where you go in with your as you can see, so the water is here and it's actually going to reflect. Sometimes you can make the highlights a little too getting into it right now. So that's blue. So now so as you can see the reflection of these trees in the water, the light coming from the canyon up there into, so now I'm going to put a little so I'm just trying to make it more defined. So as you can see, I don't know if you can kind of get it, lights come in through here and it's kind of the valley. It's shining on there because that's where the sun is. This is a little darker. so it's coming at an angle. So these aren't as prominent. The cliffs and things like that. I can't leave this open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably, let's see, what can I do? Okay. See, this is where the creative part comes in. Because right now, as you can see, we have kind of our forest. You can see how it's dark, and then the light hits right here. Obviously, since it's coming from the top, it's on the other side of the cliff showing the light, and this side is still into darkness. So the trees are still green, but then you see the reflection. But I'm trying to think, what can I do there? So, well, what I think I might do is, I'm trying to think if I should do this or not. What am I gonna do? You get this creative block, and you're like, what do I do? What do I do? Man, this is so hard. I like it as it is. So like, these are, so as you can see the reflections, but then I'm like, what can I do? I can probably, like right here, make it so it's a little lighter. Maybe make a, okay, let's take a look. We're gonna try our hand at this. Now this is my green, which is not a problem. So I actually have my homemade paper towel roll. So when I constructed this, I constructed this out of 2x4s, some nails. Because I see all the fancy easels that people have, and I'm like, I can't really afford that. And then, as I'm looking, I don't really have enough trees. So I might put, like, kind of like, I wouldn't say an island. Okay. So you got kind of a grassy area, you know. As you can see, it's kind of a grassy area. I can actually probably make a tree. I don't want to block that out, but I could extend it though. I mean, you can get creative. I mean, I don't know. You don't have to necessarily. But then you. So I just made a grass area because I don't want to leave stuff unblocked. But as you can see, the water is coming from back here, and it kind of snakes. So that's kind of what I was going for. So I'm looking at, I could make better trees. So maybe make some more. Okay. So, reflective, let's see. I'm thinking I'm close. Do I need one more? Maybe one more. Maybe one more tree. I'm going to try to do one more tree for you. I think I know where I need to have it. Gotta use my mineral spirits. So, I'm going to make a bright one, right? Now I'm going to use that. That's two. Oh, yeah, there we go. Then, so, okay. Let's see what I need to do up here. I don't want to make these as prominent as they are. What do you think? Think we're good? I think we're good. I think we are. I think that, I mean, if I tweak, I may tweak a little bit, but, so that's it. That's kind of my painting. Let me see if I can turn on a light. Maybe that'll help. That's it. So that's kind of like my canyon slash, I might do one more little thing because I really want it to be complete. So if I go like this, I may put some more bushes there and then reflect those in the water. So yeah, I'll tweak it, but that's what I got. So again, thank you, Exclusive Physical Therapy out of Lansing. Thank you for helping me through the whole getting more use out of my right arm. I think it's just when I was coaching softball, I tweaked it, but it feels better. But again, thank you for joining me. This is my hidden, I don't know, what do you call it? A hidden forest. But anyway, that's what we got. Thank you for joining me. Please hit the like and subscribe button. And again, I may tweak it a little bit, but thank you again. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.